Hello, fellow academics, and welcome back to Hawkshaw. We're still in the game and still running. Everyone is kind of, well, busy doing their stuff. Someone is mining somewhere. Ooh. Okay, Lovetta was mining, and now I guess it's time for people to go back in. We have done our little corner area right here with, well, the pen marker, so our animals can sleep nicely. Also got our merchant stall in, so all in all, I think that will be quite nice. We'll still need to finish building that rooftop over there. So in the meantime, let's look. We had put in one of our smelters at least under this way. And we're all doing okay. So there are a couple of things that I think we really need to figure out, and one is ultimately our root cellar. So we do have a storage area in, but I think it would actually be better to go further down. If I'm not mistaken, we need to have 2 layers of solid rock basically above us for the insulation to well, be maximized. So, and this has none, which means not ideal, but it will ultimately just kind of do. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig out over here, and we're going to add another staircase underneath this way. So I'm going to make sure, there is some error going on. Sure. At some point I should probably just read these errors, but yeah, you know. Right. So we're going to have them dig this side out as well. That will allow us to put another staircase underneath, and we're going to go 2 levels down just to be on the safe side, and then bridge over here. Because when you want a root cellar, you also don't want to have any building above it, because any kind of heat coming from that building can actually mess up with the cooling solution of what you're trying to make. All right. Lovetta is still mining, but she's mining all the way over here. So I'm gonna take her and bring her back to, well, our newest expansion area, which I think we're also gonna make good use of by putting our library into a slightly bigger section. Speaking of, there's also the question of what we should try to research next. And maybe wooden weaponry would be the way to go, or fledgling. Resource pile view is full. Okay. I hope that doesn't, remove some of that stuff. 4 archers. Maybe we can try this time to buy them out. All right. Quick pause. If we want to buy him out, we need to produce some good stuff. Stuff that people actually want to buy. What could we do? This looks a little bit weird, to be honest, because there's a bit of a gap on this side. I guess we could try to make more books, but not everyone is interested in books. Could do more of these. I don't think that'll do either. Do we have any art that we could actually create? I'm not entirely sure. Barrels are interesting to, well, keep water in, but other than that, eh. Let's see, where's the art making? I guess art is much further down. Silvering could work. So we would need to get blacksmithing in. And then we can go into silvering. To be honest, Arundel, I don't know if we're gonna keep you. I don't know if we can keep you. Oh, this is rough. Again. Alright. What does this... Something weird's going on. We didn't have that problem before. Let's see. Where is it? No, screenshot mode. Wasn't there a way to collapse this view? Well, there was a way to collapse it. There, group resources. Alright, maybe that will solve that issue. It would also actually be really good in research to get defensive structures too, because that will give us gates. And gates are definitely much more protective than these doors. Yeah, sorry, Arundel. I said we would try, but I don't think we can keep you. Actually, let me pause you, because knowing the game, you're probably trying to eat some raw food. And yep, trying to eat some raw cabbage. Instead, eat some roasted meat. At least we can give you a last meal to keep you kind of, well, somewhat happier. And then Arundel, I don't... you are actually... You like to grow stuff. That would be really good. And again, smithing would be good. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get much out of him, except for letting him sleep and rest a little bit more. So, yeah, we're gonna have you do that. In addition, again, planning a little bit ahead. Oh, we still haven't finished this side. So they can actually very easily just break through these walls. Are you still building the top buildings? You kind of are. And that's exactly where you're heading, aren't you? Wow. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, we're having a new settler, but not for long. And I would really like to expand our settlement. We could use some more help, especially when it comes to getting the limestone in. Speaking of which, another thing that we should actually try to get is the brick making. We're gonna cut you down and cut you down. Because the brick walls are more robust, and then we can put a third layer of just brick walls all around our settlement, which I think would ultimately help our people survive a little bit longer. There's also the big issue of there being a massive gap here. Yeah, we can't keep them. Sorry. Would have loved to. What are you guys chopping this away from? Anyways. So, this error message is a little bit annoying. And again, not entirely sure what it's talking about. There's a tree growing underneath here, so let's chop that away. And then I think once they've also built these rooms, we really need to work in some private quarters. Question would be, are we building them up? Are we potentially putting them back here? I could see that working out pretty well, because we are also going to align this all the way up here, I think. Negotiator. Who is our best speechcraft? 14. 1, 2, 8. Lovetta, I know you're training animals, but I need you to negotiate. Intellectual -5. Speechcraft -5. So maybe if I'm lucky, there's still the chance we can buy him out. Alright. Make him an offer, 342. So we already have 40 gold coins just laying around. We do have some winter clothes that we can definitely sell. Not gonna sell them weapons. The cheap stuff, sure. We can actually sell them a bunch of chronicles. That is a lot of research that we would need to catch up on. Oh, let's see. What else do we have? And we have a ton of stuff that's kind of low value, so we would need to give up a ton of things. The sturdy winter clothes can go. I kind of want to keep the fine one. Alright. And then we're just gonna balance it out with the chronicles. The error message was over the accept button. Wait. Alright, all the coins gone. We're keeping the fine ones. We're removing the flimsy stuff. Adding a bunch of the chronicles. And, oh, just one more. What's the cheapest we can give you? Milk. You know, no, milk is food. Here, take some carrot seeds. All right, we're gonna accept that. Okay, we got some better alignment. Buried on the windows, he wandered away over. I called to them in song, but they did not come along. I sang Love Sweet Grace, where Willow's shadows fall. Wrong. Okay. They're willing to just give up Arundel. Well, Arundel, welcome to the tribe. It's good because I actually like you to do all of these things. I could actually have you priority mining for a while. How about we actually do that? And then we're gonna set all of the rest to 4. Cutting plants can remain into. Not bad for carpentry, to be honest. We actually do need a steward. So smithing first, then stewarding, and then mining. I think that will overall be good. They're still chopping away over here. And this error message, again, very annoying. Anyways, we got a new settler. If it was worth it or not, we will see. Yeah. It'll take a little while before we will really see. In the meantime, we're now really far behind in research, which makes me think, who is the second person? Eve, you're building Alan, actually. Don't construct. Do research first. You can do it. There you go. Probably the walls are closing in again. Yep. Definitely need to find a different spot for him. Who is mining? Audrey, you're mining. I wish they would just stay where they are in terms of mining. I don't know why they all run over here. Yeah, but then again, I set the other thing out first, so it kind of makes sense. That should actually not be soil up here. I'm gonna put a limestone wall in there. We did actually say the outskirts of this will become not limestone, but limestone brick. So we're gonna remove all of this. This one will be fine because there's no real need for them to dig underneath here. So that should be okay. And then we'll see how things are going. Still says build up your defenses. We still haven't put in any traps. Mechanical component. We've built some... Oh, we haven't actually built any Merlins. Huh. Interesting. Goatee, the goat, has given birth to Izmir and Olgita. Well, it means we are getting new farm animals. That is pretty good. Let's actually, while we're at it, have a look. So, only one dog is trained. We really need to prioritize training that female dog. I'm saying this as I sent Lovetta doing everything but that. Could someone please just mine all of these out? Alright. Gonna manually do this now, I guess, although it is nighttime. 20 Eve has turned 28. Cool. Congrats. Could actually build a few more of these things, like better beds and stuff like that. I mean, technically we have a room here. You could actually become our first library. If we manage to build our private quarters somewhere back here. But instead of back here, I think first we're gonna build upwards. Because that seems, at least to me at least, makes a lot more sense. So let's go ahead. Oh yeah, you're part of the wall. So we will be placing proper rooms up here. How big should we actually make the room? I kind of like to keep them at a 5x5. So that would be basically one room. And then another room over there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This wouldn't quite work. Let's first, before we forget, put in doors. Let's leave 3 open on one side. And then we also need to make sure we put in some windows. I guess one window will be enough. Place it right in the center, because I think that will look quite nice. And then we could seal this off here. What would be the best way to move this forward? I guess we could actually just carve that corner out. Because over here we would need at least this much space. So maybe we'll actually turn these into just different utility rooms. Maybe just one when I look at the size of it. And then we would kind of wrap this up over here. Need a door in there. Oh, look at that. We have some rough wine. Rough wine, their lives will be a little bit better at least. So hopefully they will enjoy that. Alright, there's a lot of building that we've set basically. Let's see who's everyone is drinking. Audrey, you're mining, go mining here. Arundel, you're mining too, go mining here. Winnie, if you're constructing, I do appreciate that. I hope you guys stay here to mine. Yep, nice. Audrey, just mine ahead of you. You're crafting material. Really? Okay. I guess so. So Audrey, it's up to you now. When we mine this one further down, you're hungry, go and eat. Lovetta's mining as well now. Go and mine there. Actually, go and mine this one. Audrey, you're done. Loot stash has expired. There's a lot of map markers, but we're nowhere near ready to go in and start to trying to take these on. Yeah, not a chance. Lovetta is training an animal. Yes, please. Audrey, keep mining over here. Again, a little bit more manual labor or manual micromanagement, I guess. But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. All right, one more. And then we also need to start digging down. Now, technically, yeah, go drink, Audrey. Technically, we don't need to leave a gap over here, but I personally prefer, for the looks of it, to be honest, to have an additional gap there so people can step here and then go down the stairs, rather than what we've done here, where the kind of the first step is already down the stairs. Again, not quite necessary. We could save us a little bit of time if we weren't doing that, but you know, I think it's all right. All right, limestone here is good. Somebody will pick it up to actually do some constructing. How is our research coming along? We're producing. Well, it's actually not that bad anymore. So Alan has done a pretty good job and very comfortable. I like to hear that. Where in the research is actually this beautiful bed? It is... Oh, where did I go? Furniture 4, I think. Yeah, it is. Winter has arrived. Alan is still eligible for a role. But what role could I possibly give you? Let's actually see. Could be a bard, but then no unskilled labor, which I don't think I like. Yeah, I'm not giving you any of these for now. All right. So what is next? There's a little bit of work done here, but not a ton, to be honest. This always freaks me out a little bit. Look how scratched these are. They look like they're about to crumble. All right, Audrey. Please go ahead and mine this. Lovetta, if you want to mine, you go and mine here. I actually should probably set you to prioritize hauling. There we go, and now we can mine this. Yeah, sure. You can craft metal items. You go on praying. Lovetta, wherever you are, go and mine here. Right, winter has, like I said, arrived. There's a little bit of work, preparation work that we kind of need to deal with here. Should probably harvest this one as well. Don't sow. Don't sow. I guess nothing really in winter will be sown, except for the beets. Beets actually survive the cold pretty decently. And so friendly visit. Okay. Just when I'm done with this, here we go. Who is our friendly visitor? A druid. We don't have a temple, so no. Right, Audrey, you do this. Arundel, seems like you're just drinking. Who's actually constructing? Eve is constructing. Oh, look at that. Almost a building another room up there ready. Really? You literally just went down there. You guys are drinking so much, this is gonna be empty in a minute. Alright, Audrey is starting to mine as well, making sure you're doing this down here. Arundel, you really should be, you know, pulling your weight. There we go. You mine this one. Who is actually our gardener? Lovetta is our gardener. She does that first. She also is our best animal handler. Guess. No, Eve is our best animal handler. But she's also our major cook. Alright, I'm gonna actually set these down to level 1. Okay. We have enough space now down here to place a staircase down. So Alan, I know you're technically writing. I'm having you quickly just produce this. What did you just construct? Something took a while, which I guess is fine. Alright, Audrey, mine this one instead. Arundel, mine this one instead. Because, again, we just need to, well, I guess there's no particular rush to go down there. But I would like to stop our food from spoiling, like ever spoiling. Because that would make our life a ton easier. 31 days, though, that's quite a while. Filling food pouch. And now you're going back to mining. Huh. Looks like it's dirt what he's mining. Okay. Audrey has actually started to just take the mining on, which is pretty good. Now we need to just tell her once she's done with this, mine underneath. You're gonna go mining there. Arundel is mining all the way back in the mining area. Gonna want you to focus on this part. And then we're just gonna set you guys up. You should actually be able to just mine this. No problem. Where are you going? Sleeping? Okay. Audrey is sleeping as well. Eve and Alan just hanging out together, eating dinner. I like that. That room is done now. So what we're actually gonna do, Audrey. I forgot if Lovetta was our third one or Audrey. Maybe it was Lovetta. So let's pause this quickly. Let's go in here and finding the or making the next beds, researching the next beds will actually take a while. I shouldn't place you right in front of the window. Place you actually over here. Could also create shared quarters. Something nicer for them to sleep on. Which could actually be quite nice. Yeah, that'll be fine. Prioritize. Construction skills not met. 20, could you help out? You can. Let's also go ahead and give you a fireplace. Put this in the corner. Lavetta, you should be able to build that one. They both, what did they grab? Oh, I forgot. We've put our raw resources in here as well. Alright, seemingly going okay. Good, good. Let's see. Chamber is done. When Eve is going back to bed, let's make sure she's going to her bed. Yes. Lavetta, welcome to your new home. And while we're at it, it is 3 a.m. though. But I think we can make this work. When Eve built this one. And you know what, Lavetta, since she just helped you, you help her. There you go. Hey, sleeping spot is right underneath. I'm glad that doesn't seem to block it anymore. Just a little bit more. 5 a.m. Come on, girl, you can do it. She literally just laid down for a second. Alright, Eve, at least this is your assigned room. Chilly. Craving a stronger drink. Ooh. Okay. Hard liquor. I see, I see. We'll be working on that, but not in today's episode. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching. We acquired one more settler, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.